Stacking on leprechauns, he know y'all with the zoom, zoom. Beating y'all with the zoom, zoom. Fast, Willy, Willy, zoom, zoom. This beat be pumping, pumping. This beat go boom, boom. Go, 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 go.
And every week you have to play great. There's no mismatches in this league. You got to play great to win. It's the greatest league to compete in, whether you're a player or coach.
This beat be pumping, pumping. This beat go boom, boom. Zoom.
Rick didn't take the situation personal because it wasn't meant personal. He knows the kind of person I am. Like I said, if it offended anybody, if it offended anybody, I apologize for it. But like I said, it was something that it wasn't serious at all, and people in this locker room didn't take it serious.
I mean, our phones come Sunday night and Monday morning, we're ringing off the hook. Yesterday, the amount of people that were even out here to attend the tournament just on a practice round day was phenomenal. And then today, I just was out on the golf course and looking at the group that was following the show. I'm looking forward to a great weekend.
Team test time, yes. Monday Night Football, biggest stage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, who has the best winning percentage in Monday Night Football in the NFL?
Like total, like what team has the best? I'm trying to figure out what team is always on Monday night.
No, I'm gonna say Cowboys don't play on Monday night that often. Green Bay plays on Monday night.
Hang on, let me give you a hint. It's got horns on their helmet.
Texas Longhorn? No.
Texas. You guys are 1-0, right? Who's your favorite commentator in Monday Night Football history?
You got to go with. I'm saying John Madden.
I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say Dennis Miller because I got to meet him a couple weeks ago.
All right, Tennessee's known to make two types of alcohol. One's legal, one's illegal. Which one's the illegal one?
I have no idea.
Moonshine.
Moonshine. Oh, okay.
Moonshine, right?
I was about to say Mickey's. I was about to say Slippers and Mickey's.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't that how NASCAR started?
On Jack Day?
No. Because they had to find a way to outrun the cops, transporting the moonshine back in the day. So that's how NASCAR started.
Wow. Do you think Bud Adams was having moonshine when he was flipping fans off in the stands?
He might have. He might have had some.
Talk about getting on players for conduct detrimental to a team. That was huge.
All right, now the legal substance, what is that they make in Tennessee?
Tennessee whiskey.
And probably the most popular is what?
Hey, dang it, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, that's the most famous. What'll hit you harder, Jack Daniels or Kyle Vanden Bosch?
Jack Daniels.
I don't want to get into all this right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a bulletin board material right here. Bernard Pollard.
Bernard Pollard. Well, I like it.
We got to roll with that. I'm not giving nobody else that hit now. I want to take advantage of that.
I like it. All right.
The Texans are the NFL's newest team, playing their first game in 2002, beating the Cowboys. But in the Texans' 7 seasons, they've never finished with a winning record. The Titans lead the series against the Texans 11-4. Last meeting in Tennessee, though, the Texans won it 34-31. The Titans franchise started as the Houston Oilers. Owner Bud Adams moved the team to Tennessee for the 1997 football season, and they changed the name to the Tennessee Titans in 1998. The Titans went to the Super Bowl in 1999, falling just a yard short of winning.
How do you remember Vince Young? Like this? This? Or this?
Vince Young has done it again!
A storybook start for Vince to start it right here at Madison High School. And on his journey to a national championship with the University of Texas, a Rookie of the Year honor, plus the Pro Bowl, Vince rarely faced adversity. That was, though, until 2008, when Vince found himself on the bench, he found himself booed by the hometown fans, and out of favor with head coach Jeff Fisher.
No, he never experienced that, and I always said, how would he handle it if it happened to him? I always said, when he does, which I knew was going to happen, hope the right people be around him to straighten it out.
Ray Seals coached Vince in high school and knows him as well as anyone, and knew the leader in him would help Vince find his way back to greatness.
He's the greatest leader I ever worked with. When he came here, he always pulled kids. He had a magnetism about him.
Since being reinstated as a Tennessee starter, the once 0-6 Titans have won 3 straight. And now comes the biggest stage, Monday Night Football against the Texans.
It's going to be a great game, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely a competitor. I always want to compete and play, but otherwise, I'm just going to go out there and play football.
And how does the hometown coach feel about his prodigy taking on his favorite professional team?
Well, I'm a Texas fan now, but I'm also a Vincent Young fan. So I hope he come and he do well, throw the ball well, run the team like it should be run. If he win it, I'll be happy for him. If the team loses, I'll be happy for the Texans. So
decide not to get Andre involved like they should. And I think this is a game where they've got to get him involved early. Challenge those Titans DBs, quick screens, slants, get him involved early. Get him the ball, let him run after the catch, see what he can do. And then, once you've done that, unleash him deep like you did in game 2.
I was going to say, you mentioned earlier, you can use him and the other wide receivers, stretch it out a little bit, helps you underneath. No question about it. But the running game, which will also help the wide receivers. Steve Slayton in the running game. This guy's got to hang on to the ball, though, no doubt, right?
Absolutely. And I hope the week off gave Steve the opportunity to just relax, get away from it a little bit, and just go run. Like that 2006 Sugar Bowl against Georgia. He just ran. He ran to space, and then he showed off the speed. If he runs to space tonight, I think that zone running game will really get going. But you got to get a hat on a hat up front. And if you do that, that'll give Steve that sliver of space he needs.
Real quick, how much do you think we'll see of Ryan Moats or Chris Brown, or is it going to be a Steve Slayton show?
Well, I think it'll probably be about 70-30. I think as long as Steve hangs on to the ball, we'll see him the majority of the time. But I don't mind Ryan Moats coming into the game. I'm okay with that.
He runs hard, no question about it. Let's turn our attention to defense, and I've got to start with Mario Williams. A lot of people wanted Vince Young to come here instead of Mario Williams. He's proven to be the best deal, and he is a primetime player. Guy loves to play on a big night.
Absolutely. I think tonight it may not be so much about his pass rush, but the Titans like to run a lot of misdirection. And when they pull those counters towards Mario, he's got to completely and totally blow that play up and free up those linebackers to make plays. But when Vince does go to throw, they got to get there, and Mario's the guy to do that.
I was going to say, his sack total may not be what they want, but the guy is disruptive, and that's what you want out of your DN.
Exactly.
That leads me to the most disruptive group of this team now, linebackers, and Brian Cushing, D'Amico Ryans, what a tandem.
I think the spotlight is going to be on Cush tonight. He's one of the best linebackers of the AFC already, but I think tonight the key is for him to shadow Chris Johnson and obviously get help from D'Amico Ryans. I think Brian Cushing is a huge factor in tonight's game, but they got to let him play in space. That means D-line's got to do a good job tying blockers up front.
Do you think he's going to be the guy to shadow Vince Young?
I think they'll share those opportunities, and I think that being said, you still got to stop Chris Johnson. I think he's priority number 1. Shadow him. Let Vince Young then do what he does and slow him down later, but you got to stop Chris Johnson.
Yeah, I was going to say, once he stopped the one-dimensional. And real quick, Bernard Pollard, the guy's made a huge impact since he's been with this team.
Absolutely. Run support in the alleys is huge, and that's got to come from Bernard Pollard, no question.
All right, we talked about line. You can catch the news right here. We'll have post-game, a half-hour newscast right after the game, right here on Channel 39. Thanks, everyone.